had an obnoxiously slow and painfully sleepy day. And you may ask, well, why are you telling me this? Because maybe one day you will have a painfully sleepy day. And I'm going to tell you how to not have such a painfully sleepy day. Step 1, sleep. Now you may think, okay, boomer. Okay, not my doctor. You're not my real dad. And you're right on all of those. Except boomer. I'm not boomer. Why you call me a boomer? Rude. But this does have boomer advice. I'm sorry, but it's boomer advice. I can call myself out. You won't be so painfully tired if you get a nice, restful sleep, which is hard sometimes. Because it requires you to do things and keep up with stuff. And that's hard. When sometimes you're like, oh, there's a thing on my sheet. Well, maybe you should take the sheet off and wash it. Controversial opinion. You should make your bed. It might help you sleep. Another thing that might help you feel less brain foggy is if you have a clean room. Now I know you're like, what are you, my mom? And fair enough, that is a mom of dice. But it actually helps. Cause story time. When my boyfriend, now ex-boyfriend, Daniel left to go into the Marines, I was devastated. I could not function, but I slowly, manically, but slowly, cleaned my room and rearranged it, and I was functional again. Doesn't mean I didn't break down crying when his mom came over and I had like a final call with him. Which reminds me, his mom gave us like 10 minutes by ourselves to talk, and the thing that he wanted to say is, I'm sorry for saying bye, bitch. And I'm like, really? This is the thing you want to spend it? You just talk. Okay. He sent me a letter before that. I was like, I lost my ID and I'm short. And I'm like, good job, good job. Good job, good job. Good job, that's you. Yep, that makes sense. And then we get on the phone, the final phone call before boot camp, which is a year because he's in the Marines. He talks about the Dolphins game. And at first, I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought he meant literal dolphins. But he was talking about football. Basically, I was stressed and in an unfunctional place to work. And then I freed up my energy by cleaning my room and reorganizing myself and refocusing. Another thing that will help, and I'm very bad at this one. If you know me, I'm bad at this one. Planning. I'm bad at planning. The best I can do for planning is turning off my light before recording, putting on my LED lights, and putting my Christmas lights in front of me so I'm not backlit. Which, if you don't know the difference, hear me front lit, which means the lights are in front of me. Here's what it looks like with the lights behind me. It's not too bad. And here's what it's like with the lights off. I mean, it's not that bad because I have the computer light, but I mean, gross. I am front lit again. Mostly, some of these Christmas lights are actually broken. Yeah, I'm bad at planning. And what I find to help with planning is if I do it in dumb fonts. And you may go, what? If I make planning itself a dumb activity that only chaotic goblins would do, it makes it fun enough for me to do it. This is gonna be fun and funny. Moonlight Initiative, Project Fixer Upper. Mission room, living room, dining room, fridge, dishes, and laundry. That is a long way of me saying, I need to clean my house. That is a long, dumb way of me saying, my things need to be cleaned. It means chores. But since I did it in a dumb way, I actually got it done for a little bit, but then it deteriorates because I live with other people and it's hard. Because you don't have to worry about yourself, you also have to worry about others. And they have to do their part, but sometimes they don't because they're busy. But the plan worked. Yeah, I have not one font, not two fonts, but 3 separate fonts that I hand drew for this. There's a bubbly letter thing for Moonlight Initiative. Then there's this weird kind of serif-y kind of font where everything has like lines to like end them. And then I have a third font which is like disconnected. And it kind of looks like it's stenciled. But it's not because I did it. Oh, and no I or dot of any time can be a dot because it's a Moonlight Initiative. They're all diamond shaped like stars. It's very dumb. I love it though. And because I put the like little check marks by them, I know what I've gotten done and what I haven't. And when I really need to, I go and do the thing. When I have a lot of energy. But it's also nice to have little projects to do. Like I'm drawing and animating for a chakra video right now, and I just did 2 chakras out of 7. And that's good enough. And that is okay. Sure, you didn't get to do the editing or anything of that sort, but you got closer than you have been. And that's pretty great. What else? What else is very helpful? Oh, when you are the demotivatedest, you may start your day so brain fogged, that journaling helps. And it's not gonna have an immediate effect. Because nothing in life does. But writing down, I feel bad today. I'm not sure why, but I do. And dating it will help you, and possibly a therapist, help you get past that. Just write down general things about the day, your week, your month, anything that comes into mind. It doesn't have to be long, and you don't have to share it with anyone. Mine is personally maybe gonna see the light of day, and maybe not. Not to you guys, but to Dan, because it's funny. So I was demotivated today to a very high degree. So I was like, alright, I will watch YouTube. Well, I need food. So I made lazy spaghetti. I made food though. And I wasn't so out of it that I couldn't make food. So that was a good sign. And then I worked on my animation project for a little bit. It was a small bit of the animation project, and I didn't do any other, I didn't do any big brain things. But I did it, and I'm very proud of myself for even being able to do that. I got myself water, which to most of you, you'll go, why is that a big deal? Well, one, you need water to live. Very important to drink water. Two, I used to have someone to give me water all the time, and now they're in the military. I have to do things by myself now. Gross. But doing things, like doing things for yourself, because you know it's good for you, is amazing. It's actually, it helped me motivate enough to get onto Minecraft. Which I know is like, you have 2 projects in the work, and you're gonna animate The Great Gatsby, and you have a lot of things to plan. Why are you excited about getting onto Minecraft? And it's because I could not animate today. I got 2 things done. I could not draw today. Just wasn't gonna happen. So, I need to engage my brain somehow that isn't drawing. Minecraft does that. Especially redstone and farms and mining. Things that I am okay at. I just wanted to share my experience and maybe help you with your demotivation. I know it's weird talking about demotivation on the 4th day of the year, but it's like 2020 was this big long marathon. And this is the afterwards of that marathon. Yes, we're happy that it's over, but you're still sore. You're still tired. You're still rugged after all of that running. It's ridiculous to go back and look at videos to even think about what even happened. It's like like all of us have collectively gone through a traumatic event, and yes, it's still happening, but like, we're further in it now. It's not like new things, it's old things. It's not like, bam, World War III. Bam, Black Lives Matter. Bam, coronavirus. Bam, your school's out. Bam, you shouldn't go to graduation. Bam, you know that trip you're working for? Haha, no. Bam, you could go to work, but you can't, because if you go to work, you might go bleh. Bam, your therapist left. Bye. And I know that all of that acquires all of you. I graduated in 2020. And that's wild for me to think about because I don't remember it. And it's because I didn't go to the graduation. It was dangerous, downright scary. I heard from other people that room was packed and they did not have a 3-layered mask. And I had to cancel my St. Louis trip that was going to be for my graduation. My mother had to cancel her They Might Be Giants concert ticket. Well, they canceled it because of it. It's bad. And we had to learn how to do online schooling this year, which is wild. My brother cannot believe that he's going to be a freshman next year. I'm going to be a sophomore. Will I? Doing a 2-year? I think that means I'm a sophomore. No. Next year I'll be a sophomore. This year I'm a... Right? I don't know how things work. I don't know how college works. I guess that's why community college doesn't have freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. I think that's the exact reason why community college doesn't do that. And it's wild to me that I was in college this year judging people. I was judging people. That was my whole goal in college. Judging people with garters, like, how fast can I murder you? And how fast will you murder me? Oh, if I go near you, you'll murder me? Okay, I'm gonna go. This year has been tiring. And I think we're all processing the actual trauma that is 2020. It's our collective trauma. It's a worldwide trauma. Except the US has a little bit extra trauma. Because we had World War III memes. And Black Lives Matter. Am I missing something? Australia had fires. That was pretty scary. Was the volcanoes this year? See, I don't even remember what was in 2020. There's a lot of things that happened, and we are now, like, processing the trauma from that. And I think it's okay to have days where you just don't do things. I think you need to journal them and note of them. And maybe realize that I did do some stuff. I made spaghetti today. I did some chakras. I made another video. I planned something. I am aware of myself and I journaled. For no one's benefit but my own. So, my point is, it's okay to have days where you just rest and don't do anything all day. And it's okay if that's the start of the year. You may think, nah, I'll be extra motivated this year. You gotta process the trauma of last year first. Before you move on, you kinda have to process what has happened. Because I would say, oh, you had all of December to do that. But you didn't. No one did. Because even in December, things were happening. I know of several personal tragedies that happened to people that I know and love. And what happened pretty close to December, and I know lots of them were pretty much on Christmas. So you just kind of have to go, okay, well, and process through it. Go throughout your day and realize that if you feel tired a little bit, that's okay. Taking breaks is alright. I believe that we all get to take the collective sigh of relief, and hopefully we will get things back to not normal, because I'm sure there'll be people who will still wear masks everywhere they go, because now they're terrified of Rona in their eyes, even though they wear glasses, which should help. But I can put my finger in my eye hole, so I do not think it will. And there's gonna be people who are still horrified for a long time about the things that have happened. And I'm not saying we should stop supporting the causes that we've been supporting. I'm saying there's a good light. And you have to just go, okay, that year was bad, but there was some good. I saw a lot of charity live streams that had super big amounts of money donated to them. Double, triple of what they were asking for. And I saw I've heard about like some really successful ones from Jacksepticeye. And I know Matt Pat had a very successful one. It was the first time that I had ever donated. And I got tripled by Mr. Beast. I don't know if that's that's brag worthy, but it is to me because I've never donated to a charity before, and it felt nice, and it felt like I'm giving to a cause that I should have cared about before I had money, but now that I have some money, I shall give it to the cancer research of Saint Drude. And I know there was other ones I could have done to BLM, which I would have if I saw any like big streams. I used to think charity streams don't work because you just watch and not feel obligated to donate. But for some reason, for this St. Jude one, I felt very obligated to motivate to do it. I think it was just because I was super hype. It wasn't even FOMO. It was just me going, yes, yes, this needs to happen. It's okay to feel lethargic. I hope you have a good rest of your year. And just remember, we're all still processing the collective trauma of 2020.